Hey, it's Hirsch and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be drawing my OCs Maya and Rue in my sketchbook while also trying out Arrtx's sketching pencils and jumbo acrylic markers. Before we get started, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Arrtx for sending these products to me to review, and along with that, all the links for both of these products will be in the description box, so make sure to check them out along with their other products as well after watching this video. As always, Arrtx's packaging is seriously amazing. I seriously love how they design all their products, and I feel like I mention it in all my videos. So the yellow box before contains sketching pencils. I believe there are 14 of them, and the steel box here contains the jumbo markers, which are filled with acrylic paint, and they all also have chisel tips, by the way. Here is the yellow box filled with the sketching pencils. On the back it lists all the shades that will be included in the set. And first off, I love how colorful all these pencils are. Even though they are graphite pencils, they do have colorful barrels, which I really like. And here are the acrylic markers. There are 10 colors including black and white, and here's a closer look at the blue one. Obviously the tip is very big and it's a chisel tip since they're meant to fill in like a larger area, and on the side it mentions instructions on how you can activate the markers. I feel like I can definitely use them to like fill in my sketchbook spreads. Moving on to swatching, I'll be trying out the markers first before we get on to the actual drawing featuring my OCs, so stay tuned for that. To activate the paint pens, just shake it a couple of times, make sure that the tip is on the marker, and then just press it down on something like a piece of paper like I'm doing right now. It took me like 2 minutes to activate all of them, but I did them 2 at a time, so it didn't take too long. And you can also speed up the process by repeatedly pressing down the marker so the ink flows to the tip faster. And here I'm swatching them in my sketchbook. It's really satisfying to see all of them, especially with their like glossy finish, especially the darker colors like the black one, and surprisingly they only took 2 to 3 minutes to dry completely, which surprised me because I thought that they would take a lot longer than that. They are also pretty opaque. I did actually test the opaqueness of all of them, so I layered a brown one and a pink one and I just let it dry for a bit, and then after that I went in with each of the colors. The brown one represents the darker colors and the pink one represents the lighter colors. When I went over, the pink one did like mainly go over the brown, but I feel like you could still see some of the brown peeking through. So if you are layering a lighter color on top of a darker one, then I recommend going over it twice, but for the darker colors they went over the lighter ones no problem, as expected. And on the bottom I did add a little caption saying Arrtx like acrylic paint markers or something with little hearts, and I thought it was very cute. Here are the finished swatches, by the way. And now we're going to be moving on to the actual drawing. I'm going to be using my sketching pencils for this, and by the way, sharpening these pencils is super satisfying, which you'll see later. So here's the drawing. I did sketch out the bases for the bodies a little bit just so I could like figure out how I'm going to position them on the paper, since I wasn't sure if I wanted to make them like full body or not. I ended up making them like half body, but yeah. So this drawing features my OCs Maya and Rue from my OC Universe Shard. I do want to do like another OC video soon, but I don't know if it should be like a general world building video where I explain the basics of their world and how like the magic system works, or if it should be one where I like introduce more of the characters like I did last time when I introduced Maya and Kai. They are the main characters though, so if I do introduce more characters, I don't know which ones I want to introduce this time. I feel like if I did introduce them, it would have to be like 3 at once, but I don't know. Anyways, because I'm also on the verge of like changing everything about the plot, I feel like it wouldn't be that like useful to make an OC like world building video right now, especially when it's possible that I might just change everything later on, so we'll see what I do about that. Also, happy October! Let me know if you guys are participating in Inktober this year. Basically, it's like a drawing challenge. If you don't know what it is already, it's basically a drawing challenge where they have a prompt every day, and you just have to draw something according to the prompt using whichever art supplies you want. I did currently attempt it, but I gave up on day 2 because there's no way I'm drawing a spider voluntarily digitally. So I think I might do every other day so I can spend 2 days on each drawing, or if things get really busy later on into the school year, I will do it like once every 5 days. My main goal this year is just to finish it, because I don't think I've actually like attempted Inktober since 2020, I think. I literally remember making like a YouTube video for Inktober that year, which is crazy since it was so long ago. Also, comment down below what other Halloween themed videos you guys want to see, since I'll probably do like one for my Inktober art all in one video. And I might also do like a Halloween video with like my OCs. I don't really know yet, but anyways, going back to the drawing. Sketching out the bodies was pretty easy. I chose simple poses for both Maya and Rue. By the way, Maya is the one on the left and Rue is the one on the right. And the one I'm drawing right now is Maya, just to specify. I erased everything slightly, which you could see before, and I used the layer pencil to add in the final lines for the outfits, and later on I went in with like a darker one just to define it a bit more. Also, I did get all the outfit like references and the pose references from Pinterest. You can check out my Pinterest boards, which will be linked in the description. I do love drawing dresses in general though, especially these types, and I have tried experimenting with drawing different types of fabric, but it's definitely a work in progress, especially since I usually draw like fabric types using my markers, but in this case I am using these pencils. I think I really do like Maya's dress, like the design of it, because it has this like plaid checkered design. I don't know what it's called, but it was giving very much fall vibes, and where I live the weather is slowly getting colder and the leaves are starting to change color as well, so everything's becoming very pretty. I definitely do like the colder weather better, but just because you can dress up more, and also hot weather is just icky in general. And wow, I get off topic fast. I'm going back to the drawing yet again. Here's when I started sketching in the face. I definitely struggled with it like a lot, especially the hairline part, because I wasn't sure how big I wanted the face to be, or like the head in general. So I did go back in later on and fix that. This is just like a rough sketch of it. I also used a darker pencil to define the lines of Maya's dress and just to act as like a liner of sort, because in this drawing I am just going to be using my pencils, so I didn't want to do like actual line art using like a black fine liner or something. Here I'm going in and adding in all like the stripes or the checkers, whatever you call them. This part is very satisfying. I just used a lighter colored pencil to like shade in these stripes going downwards, and then I made them go sideways, and I added a bunch of other lines. I don't know if they actually look like a plaid pattern or not, because I've never really drawn this pattern before, especially with like pencils. I think I've drawn it a couple times with alcohol markers, but never with pencils, so there's a first time for everything. I also want to say I really like how these pencils work with this paper. This is the Moleskine sketchbook, by the way. This paper isn't really textured, it's very smooth, and I know some people do prefer the texture-y like sort of paper, like watercolor paper for example, but I just like the feeling of using pencils, especially when it's on like printed paper or something like this, because first off it can blend really smoothly, and also it just goes on the paper smoothly in general, so I do definitely like it a lot. I think I'll also end up using these pencils a lot for my realism art. I actually drew this drawing a month ago in my sketchbook, so I love to try like replicating it with these pencils, especially when there's like a bigger shade range, because I'm pretty sure for that cat drawing I use like only mechanical pencils. Moving on to my second OC, Rue. So a big part of her design is the hair, especially like the hair color, which if you guys have watched my other OC videos, you'll know that it's like this pink going into these green tips, which is very iconic, and it's giving watermelon vibes, but you can't really see it through this black and white sort of thing. So I just thought that the fluffy bangs that she usually has would make up for it. Again, I went ahead and roughly sketched her face and the hair. I do go back in like towards the very end and define both of those, just because I don't want to deal with that right now, and right now I'm just focusing with the outfit. So this outfit is a two-piece outfit, unlike Maya's, which was just one dress. So Rue has this like top which is a little bit cropped with like this lace-up thing, and it has a bow, which I thought was very cute, and she's also wearing the skirt. I actually drew the hand this time as well, so be proud of me guys. I didn't procrastinate it like I did for Maya's. And I actually had an easier time drawing Rue's outfit just because it didn't have like the plaid pattern like Maya's did, so I feel like it was just a lot easier to shade and like draw. I did go back to shade in Maya's dress like the rest of the sleeves area using this black color. Also, ignore me struggling to draw Maya's hands so many times. I basically went ahead and erased them like at least 5 times, and that isn't even counting like me sketching it at the very beginning. So I do go back in like towards the very end and draw them in off camera, just because the angle that I was filming at made it more difficult as well. But yeah. And here you can see I'm shading in Rue's skirt using this gray color. I don't think I added much shading to Rue other than that. I wanted to keep her like skirt and her shirt different colors just because I wanted them to add more contrast, especially since I wasn't going to color in her hair. So here I am adding in the ruffles and adding in some shadows, and that's pretty much it for the outfit part of both of these drawings. Here's the part where I go ahead and fix their eyes, or their faces in general, really. I don't know why, but I always struggle with drawing mouths, especially for like my girl characters. I feel like when I'm drawing facial features for guys, it just ends up being easier for some reason, even though before it used to become the complete opposite. Also, I do recommend sharpening your pencil so you can actually add in the finer details easier. I don't know why, but I always refuse to sharpen my pencils because I'm just so lazy to do it, but it does help a lot, especially when I was like doing the hair and the eyes. Now we are finishing up the hair. I just darkened the lines that I wanted to be more prominent, and that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of this video. And again, thank you so much to Arrtx for sending these pencils to me to review. I definitely enjoyed using them, and while I haven't used like pencils like graphite pencils like these in a while, I definitely enjoyed it a lot, and I will be using them a lot in the future. Let me know if you guys want more videos featuring these pencils, or if you want one featuring the acrylic markers. And here's the finished result. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!